John Sculley will probably always be known as the man who got Steve Jobs kicked out of Apple. Emily Chang has the very latest on this story from San Francisco.
He's the man who was supposed to be better than Steve Jobs. Now, more than 25 years after taking the helm at Apple, John Sculley is saying it was all a big mistake, that Jobs would have saved Apple from a near-death experience. Jobs founded Apple in 1976 with Steve Wozniak. When the company needed a new CEO in 1983, Jobs was just 28 years old. The board said he was too young and hired then Pepsi CEO Sculley instead. 2 years later, Jobs founded another company, Next Computer, and Apple's board fired him. On his own, Sculley helped grow Apple's sales from $800 million to $8 billion, but left as the company started to falter. Jobs returned to preside over one of the most miraculous company turnarounds in history. In his latest interview, Sculley elaborates on the circumstances surrounding Jobs' departure and this conversation with Apple's board.
They said, Steve, we want your assurance that you're not going to leave Apple and take other people with us. We've heard rumors of that. And he said, no, absolutely not. And then the next day, Steve took 5 key managers and the board fired him.
Without Jobs, Apple lost its way, eventually bleeding money. Sculley says he never should have been CEO in the first place.
In hindsight, I think they made the wrong choice. You know, they should have chosen Steve. The talent that Steve has is so extraordinary. We should have figured out how to work with it.
If Jobs had come back even 6 months later, Sculley says Apple would have been gone. Quote, absolutely gone. He also says Jobs won't talk to him anymore.